Ah!
Love that.
So that little animation probably took like hundreds of hours to make.
And yeah, made by Traveler's Tales for some reason.
Yeah,
Oh
who are like
God.
they're like coding geniuses, like like technical geniuses. Like for example, we've got an FMV opening,
Yeah.
but aren't is it controversial to say the games aren't really that good?
They're not
Mickey
terrible,
Mania's alright.
but- Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah.
Toy Story's alright.
Oh yeah, Fleekies can travel dimensionally or something.
Is this only, like,
Sure, let's... Yeah, robots can search for the emeralds because... Yeah.
dialogue in
Well,
the song
fuck.
is pretty weird.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen the word Robotnik like written out.
I like that.
Also,
that it just looks like Sonic's having a conversation with the robots, like, "Oh, I don't know where the birds are. Sorry, Sonic."
also in post Donkey Kong Country CGI render land times.
No, yeah. So
But were the British just like the go-tos for that? Like, what's the deal?
that's a good question.
This game,
So this is English. This game.
yeah.
Okay.
I know Traveler's Tales would way later get the Sonic license again with Lego Dimensions, as they make all the Lego games.
Oh, okay.
So they got their hands on Sonic once again.
Just wonder what they were doing nowadays. It's just
They
like-
got their grubby.
Yeah, oh no,
Sonic.
they're quite comfortably. They are making Lego money.
Ah, yeah, that'll do it. So, the thing about Sega games, or Sonic games on the Sega Genesis, is that they're really great when you have to run around and explore and find things.
We saw that.
We've seen that once or twice.
I think this game would be a fondly remembered classic if it didn't have the Sonic license. Also, this frame rate means we can't actually see Sonic, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
That, but I don't know.
This game's kind of a problem when you do have to try and run quickly, and the only bits with loops is scripted sections you have no control over. What's just missed the emerald?
How do I grab?
Oh, we're just gonna skip the secret area, okay.
Oh, is this not 100%? Oh, whatever. I don't care.
You don't need. Skimming it, yes it is.
Okay.
Got a different area. Let me
Could go
grab
back
that
with more
shield
rings.
and then... So how is control in this game?
Bad.
Not good.
It's actually okay. So honestly, I'll defend this game a little bit. It's not like the worst, but there are very certain segments where platforming is like a
Sorry to
problem.
interrupt, but that Sonic 3 1-up jingle is very, like, jarring.
Yeah, no, this game has a lot of sound effects from Sonic 3. It's really weird.
Well, I guess it's just like... That's the one that's not made by that one guy who left.
Oh yeah, I guess.
It's also, in case you're not aware, it's got, like, a director's cut made by a dude with a YouTube channel
Oh
who
yeah,
worked on the game.
Ah yes, the dude with the YouTube channel.
Yeah,
that was always credited in the game. Yeah.
yeah, PewDiePie or whoever.
Crazy hack!
But yeah, no, this game is okay until you have to do platforming, which isn't actually all that much. But then when you do, it's like one of the most agonizing things in the world.
Yeah, so
Looks slippery as hell.
It's a little slippery, yeah. Which is not a big deal.
that director's cut fixes a lot of stuff. Like, even like just bugs and controls are a bit tighter and they added Supersonic, which is nice. So, it's the definitive way to play the game, although I still, wouldn't really like recommend it a ton to anyone. But if you have to play it,
I still don't think the game is terrible. It's just not.
it's not terrible.
Yeah. It's weird. It doesn't really belong in the Sonic universe. Also,
It's funny when you break down the series. There's so few Sonic games on the Mega Drive that you know, you actually break it down. This is one of them. Like, this is one of a few.
Yeah.
Like, if this was like, I knew like Mario had a shitload of games on the SNES, like weird things like that. Yoshi's like gun game.
Sorry.
Yeah, like lots of weird stuff where Sonic didn't really.
I didn't go into this. Yeah, I guess it's more comparing to Nintendo than you. I'm just like, whoa.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they had-
Mean Bean Machine is barely a Sonic game. Like,
yeah, but I mean, it's still like. That's the kind of thing I expect from, you know, spin-offs.
I do like, yeah, Sega got Mean Bean Machine and the SNES got Tetris Attack. Just like,
Well, they also got Kirby's Avalanche.
Yeah, there was that too.
which seems a lot more Kirby themed than Mean Bean Machine is Sonic themed. no,
It's
the
about the
Flickies.
same. It's just
Yeah.
Can I point out the Flickies are from an arcade game,
Yeah.
which had this exact gameplay style with them. They lead a trail behind you and you've got to lead them to the exit, which is a very interesting place to take inspiration from.
oh yeah.
Yeah. Actually played that one on the Meg Collection or whatever.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
Yeah, it's an arcade game, early arcade game.
So I guess this does have some precedent to it. But it is still kind of odd nowadays. Like, well, now that Sonic's big as like a platforming icon, what do we do? Just you run around levels searching for birds.
Sort of,
Yeah.
what do we do with 3D here?
Also, the origin of the homing attack was, I guess, here. Just
Kinda, yeah.
kind of odd.
Kinda. I don't know if they actually did think about that, but
Yeah. But I mean, he has
well,
it here.
you got on the Magic X. Good job.
I'm gonna take this time to announce my very controversial opinion. I think this is my favorite Sonic soundtrack in the series.
I can't say I agree, but I'm not like gonna
Yeah. I mean,
blast you for it. That's not a bad opinion.
it's a good soundtrack, and
It is.
this was
well,
made
now
by,
the shield is invisible.
this was made by
Yes.
Jun, right?
Yeah.
Jun.
Jun Sino?
Jun Kazama.
Yeah.
Jun Kazama, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he was like one of many musicians in the previous games, and then he basically just became the Sonic guy.
Yeah. Which is funny because it started with this game.
I guess so, yeah, it's him as the solo guy, yeah. Yeah, it's kind of funny, like, all the weirdness behind this game's development, it still had very much a Japanese soundtrack.
Yeah.
This game looks like it is hurt by Sonic moving so fast.
Yeah.
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I'm saying if it wasn't Sonic, it'd probably be better remembered.
Yeah, because honestly, some of the platform
Really?
segments would be better if, like, you had a better control over, like, his air movement, as in, like, he didn't move so damn fast that you jump over everything.
Yeah, imagine if it was like Mario or something, you know, you'd expect to be able to take his time, but here he has to run fast when you hold the button down, and it just seems a bit at odds.
So,
And
quickly,
you can't see where you're going.
this bonus stage, A, it's very similar to Sonic 2, which is not a good sign, and B, it's enacted by Sonic, or Tails and or Knuckles, who are just like, yeah, if you pay me, sure.
And C, it's easy as shit.
Not the later ones, but...
I mean, it's not. You can at least see where you're going and see what's coming up. Whereas Sonic 2, it's like
It has the
memorization.
same problem that some of the rest of this game has, which is, like, spacing out. Like, because they put the rings and the spikes, like, very close together, especially in later levels, so... You really have to, like, get your spacing right, and it's really hard to tell where everything is, because it's all sprites.
yeah. I'm not saying it's great. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
that
it's...
I would take it over 2s though. Well, the Sonic 2s was a lot more visually appealing, funnily enough, despite being older.
Yeah.
I mean, that one's just, there isn't a whole lot to it except that weird background.
Yeah, but you know that's more than River and Lava River.
I'd say one of the bigger problems with this game is, like, when you're not doing awful platforming bits, you're just kind of running around.
That's just a single animation enemy. Can we already say we've established that exploration-based Sonic games is not really the way to go?
I mean...
They have exploration, but don't make it the focal point.
Yeah.
We've established. I don't know if they've established to themselves.
No. I can't remember what those icons do.
Oh, if you get enough of those, you get to continue.
Okay.
I thought they were just extra lives.
Nope. I don't think so.
Director's Cut did some interesting things with the UI where the clicky icons would like bounce, be animated, they tell you if they're like free or not, but if you had them on your person, which is kind of helpful in the later levels where it's easy to lose them.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, when you lose them, they're like right there. Like,
But yeah, but on some of the, if things go catastrophically wrong, like and like the lava level and things like that.
Whee!
It's also, it might kind of sound weird, but it's one of the first Sonic games that had, like, more than one button. Because everything before was just, you know, you press any of the buttons, you jump, and then you...
Sonic games are basically, you could play Sonic on an Atari controller. And I do mean that literally, you can plug in an Atari controller, and it'll work.
Oh, right.
What?
Yeah, I've seen that. Like, they have the same, like, input. It's weird.
Wow.
Yeah.
And it's like forwards compatible as well. You can plug in like a Genesis controller into an Atari and it'll work.
But yeah, this game has the roll button, and I guess that doubles a spin dash, and...
Yeah.
Alright, so...
Well, because you can't hold down to press,
yeah,
you know.
exactly. And so here's Robotnik, and Robotnik's great because hitboxes exist. And
Are you sure they exist?
they exist in some fashion, I'm just not sure exactly how they decided where they go.
Well, there's a lot going on with this.
Yeah.
I'll give them
What's
this.
going on with this very simple boss pattern?
You know, considering this is like a different developer from a different country, I think they mostly did a pretty good job of nailing like the look of Sonic down. Like I mean, like the aesthetics of the game. Like nothing really seems that out of, other than it being pre-rendered. Graphically, it looks different, but totally no, this all works.
I think the checkerboard thing really kind of fits in.
Yeah, it helps. It's funny because that's like kind of a technical thing. Probably made it easier to make the levels, but it also just kind of fits with the aesthetic that they've established.
Really need that ring.
Probably does actually if you want the special stages.
And here's the things that make you spin like a top.
Yeah, just like here's a different kind of spinning for Sonic.
We changed the axis upon which you spin.
I guess the bandits take a bigger role in here in this game because you have to kill them.
Yeah, which is funny because they're all pretty similar. Like, not in design, but how they function.
Well, again, what can you do?
We do not seem to have 4 flickies.
We also might be going for that Tails, which requires a... So the levels have gimmicks, and this one is alright, because you have to, you know, start this top thing off, and then, like, get to a certain point without taking damage. So, it's,
You know, this...
it's you know, it's okay. It's weird. It's Sonic, I don't know why, but...
I think Rusty Room might be my favourite track in the game. I'll make sure to point that out as soon as the track changed, so you can't hear it.
It also sounds a little different right now, and I don't know what's going on, but...
This video is 11 years old, so maybe gens or some weird emulator.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Because, like, the official Longplay channel insists on using gens to this day, I think. Even though it's not a very good emulator.
No.
It's like ancient.
I feel like at some point after watching all these videos, I'm just gonna get really sick of this ring noise.
If I was capable of getting sick of the ringing noise, I would have done it years ago.
And now the emeralds are rounded squares,
Well, you know,
octagons.
rendering. This is the future of entertainment.
I do
The
like,
emeralds are octagons.
for an extra bit of challenge, they take all your rings, even though they only need 50. So, you start out with 0 rings after you're done with the bonus game.
This is interest, Sonic, you fuck.
But that's your Tails voice, right?
Yeah. I'm Tails, you fuck. Tails fucking power.
I'm Tails. I'm moving in.
What do you mean you didn't know my name was Fun, you fucking idiot? What are you, stupid?
He's very proud of that fact, I guess.
Got it. Yep. Is this a secret I didn't know about, or?
I think the long player found that a lot more interesting than we did.
I gotta say, this game still looks alright. Like, some like pre-render CG can look terrible, but this looks alright.
Yeah.
Something looks a little odd. I think it's because I kind of think I said this before. I think the Sonic aesthetic kind of works in its favor because, like I said previously, the world of Sonic all kind of looks artificial anyway. You know, the geometric shapes and stuff. So converting that into primitive CGI is, yeah, it kind of works. It certainly looks better than the what was it called, Sonic Blast on the Game Gear, which is probably the ugliest game ever made.
Get on, they do like some loop-de-loop stuff too, so I imagine programming that would be a nightmare. Whee!
Yeah, but you've got no control over those parts.
Yeah.
Which is kind of foreshadowing, really, for how loops would be handled in the series. Well, so I'm starting to realise now just how, I mean, for obvious reasons, but how Sonic Adventure-y the soundtrack is.
Well, yeah, I mean...
Well, I mean, the thing with loops is letting you have control in loops only really works in 2D, where the bottom of the loop can somehow be on the top, below the top of the loop or attack, instead of you just sort of falling into this netherworld.
Oh, I mean, I wouldn't want to deal with those in 3D. It'd be horrible. And I'm sure the programmers at Traveler's Tales are probably just like, how do we program, you know, the physics on these? I'm going upside down. They're just like, yeah, no. Or so you'd have to like make upside down sprites. And I'm pretty sure this thing was already pushing the absolute, you know, the memory limits.
I feel like it's a technically impressive game.
Oh god, is it? Yeah.
It's like, for all the complaint about the platforming, it's at least like better than I would have expected.
And this is another very... They're doing the Act 2 thing with the music.
Oh, yeah.
Significant one.
No aesthetic changes, but, you know, again, concerning what they're doing here, it's...
Yeah. Mr. Blue Ball.
Get blue balls.
That's what they call him, the Blue Ball.
Yeah. And they call Mega Man the Blue Boy. I remember this bit sucks. I would say this is the first part of the game where the controls become an actual issue.
Not quite yet, but yeah, I know what you're talking about.
This, yeah, the jump that's coming up.
If we stop running around in circles, I don't know what the hell we're doing, but...
I'm invincible! Okay. Oops, missed it.
Good lord.
Right.
I've sometimes thought about actually doing some of these long play videos myself. Thought about doing this one, kinda.
Do the director's cut.
I was thinking about doing Sonic Adventure 2, actually.
Oh, wow. You're committing. Whee!
Look, it's the little things like those upward slopes are in shadow. They've got like baked-in lighting in the most simple way possible, but you know.
And these little rotating things on the walls. It's like, don't go near the wall. Here it is.
Yeah. Right, this
Oh.
yeah, this bit. This
This
is
one-
where
This part sucks.
Precision platforming.
Yeah.
it's like, okay, now I see why the controls are a problem, because you can get up to this point and think, this is not so bad, and then you're like,
Thing is, like, they do that so infrequently. Like, the next one I can think of is in, like, the second to last area, I think.
that's true. Yeah, there really aren't a lot of forced platforming areas. God, I'm thinking about how, like, the launch titles for the system, like Altered Beast and things like that, and just how far the system came in a short time.
Yeah.
I actually do remember getting this game when it came out. Like the advertising for it was huge. It was a big deal.
Yeah.
It was on. They played it on the on TV.
I just remember playing this game a lot as a kid. Okay, there are those bits where, like, the enemies are just right next to each other, and I'm not really sure what's going on there. It's like, you have to explore to find it, but you don't really have to sometimes.
Yeah.
Cut some corners here and there just to...
Oops, we couldn't think of 5 locations in this area.
I like that the Flickies get their own shield.
Yeah, it doesn't really mean anything, but it's cute.
I mean, they are immune to the fire, so... As far as I know.
Yeah. That was pointless.
Oh, for God's sake, okay. There are these segments, too, where you can actually go backwards in the level, like to a previous area.
What the?
Oh,
I did
Hello.
not know about that.
Yeah, there's a lot of weird stuff. Like, that's the very beginning of that Act 2 right there.
Hurry up, Sonic.
They hid in some secrets, which, I mean, you know, good on them. They tried to make a video game. It was more than just, like, the novelty of 3D.
It is playable. It's not like soul-crushingly bad. It's fine. It's just kind of disappointing, I suppose, if you viewed it as a mainline Sonic game, which you may have done at the time, because there really weren't that many Sonic games.
Yeah.
Like, I think at the time, you know, it wouldn't have seemed that unusual to think of this as like a Sonic 4 in certain respect. Because when it's it is at the end of the day a platform game. It's
Yeah.
not like Spin, you know, it is a...
Was this the last main Sonic game? If you count it as a main Sonic game, because, you know, Knuckles Chaotix is a Knuckles game, I guess.
Yeah.
Was this to be the last one until Adventure?
Actually, you say that, I don't know if this was before or after Chaotix.
That's what I mean, like, discounting Chaotix in general.
Yeah, no, I know that. I was
Oh,
just
yeah,
thinking
yeah.
if this was before or after that, because... was this the last one? Yeah.
It's kind of weird, like, they went with a pseudo 3D game, and then the next time we'd see Sonic, he was in an actual 3D game. So it was like a weird transitional thing. Also, we're doing this entire level over again, because I don't fucking know.
we're trying to get Knuckles, probably.
I hope so. At least I'd understand why the hell.
Why is that so hard to get? I know the controls aren't great, but it's not that difficult.
Yeah, see?
There he is.
Knuckles is cool, so he gets lava.
That guy from Knuckles Chaotix.
Who, Bomb?
Yes.
You pay him 50 rings and he blows up in your face.
That's the thing, is this game really that bad when there's like Chaotix exists, you know?
Everything seems better knowing that Chaotix exists.
We got the Great Chaos Emerald.
I kind of feel like we need to make a tier list when all's said and done.
Sure.
It'll be the best, dumb best. I'll be making a tier list about the games that I've 50% played.
Yeah, I've watched. I think I've got an informed enough opinion.
I've seen enough Knuckles Chaotix to laugh me like 10 lifetimes.
I mean, I have played that game.
I'm so sorry.
Have you played it long?
I've beaten it, yeah.
Okay.
But I think I was like, after a while, so the cheat. I think I used save states and stuff. I can't remember. It was years ago.
I almost thought you had had it as a kid, and then I remember 32X.
No. Jesus Christ, no. I don't want to defend Chaotix because it is a piece of shit, but I do think that video, like, again, I'm not defending the game, it is bad, but showed it in a particularly bad light because they were just like grinding it, if that makes sense, and then they knew exactly how to get to the end, which
They made it seem a lot shorter than it actually is.
no, it's not that. It's like it's usually a bit more exploration. Like usually the levels take longer if you're playing it for the first time, whereas it was the video we watched was disproportionately special stages.
You are not selling me on this, I'm sorry.
No, the game sucks. But that was just seeing it in a particularly bad light.
Ah, nice for the docking platform to be on this statue.
Yeah, so this is another... I forgot about this. This is another instance where the platforming can be a little, oh god, we're in 3D, but we're not. It's a little more generous, but...
This is a very confused statue. It's got like a knight helmet, but also lion paws?
With like a Roman aesthetic. Sure.
Also kind of random is the fact that this game alternates boss music. Like, there's two robotic themes and they just go back and forth, and I'm not really sure why.
Oh yeah, and there's also a cut theme that they ended up using in Sonic 4.
Oh
and it's
god.
and it's like
This
awful
zone.
carnival music.
I
Like
think
weird clown theme.
Oh, I remember that. Speaking
Yeah,
of weird
weird
clown
stuff.
shit, we have our carnival stage.
What I remember about seeing this stage is that it's really hard to tell which parts are part of the level and which aren't. Sometimes.
I could see that. I mean, it's all blue and green for the parts of the actual level, but it is
I can
visually very busy stage.
yeah, and it's also one of those things you don't actually know what it's trying to represent. Like, what am I looking at?
Yeah, it's a...
Well, yes, there's those sections with the red bouncy springs and all these X's.
And then, oh yeah, the spikes that are... They'll come up if you, like, stand there, I guess.
That's a pretty standard, yeah.
Yeah.
I really like the soundtrack, but I'm gonna be honest with you, every time I get to this track I hit skip.
I don't blame you.
So this is where aesthetics goes to die.
Pretty much, yeah.
A pufferfish robot, okay.
It's like technically impressive, but yeah, I don't know what I'm looking at here. To be fair though, I think it's all uphill from here. Like, the
Yeah,
ice level looks pretty good, lava level's great.
yeah. I guess
Just this more abstract one, I'm just I don't. It's like, oh, we've got to do like a Spring Yard Carnival Night variant, but.
We took the abstractness of the bonus stages and made it just an actual level.
We also need a level where like Sonic bounces around a lot, but holy shit, this engine.
Yeah. I love some of those springs are actually fake. Like, for no reason, like, there'll be 4 of them up, like, next to each other, but some of them aren't actually springs. And I don't know why.
Is that the only tile they had? The 4 and
Yeah.
next to each other? So
Yeah.
they're just like, some of them are fake. Deal with it.
Bitch.
I wanted to bring up the fact that there are 4 types of flickies, and for some reason they act differently, even
The
though...
red ones are assholes.
Yeah, the red ones, well, I mean, they also don't move very far, technically. So they
Well,
won't get lost
seemed
in
to be
the
far enough when I was a kid, they got on my fucking nerves.
Yes, the red ones bounce around in place. The green ones, I think, just move randomly. And then...
I like Pac-Man ghosts.
yeah! I think one of them follows you, I think the purple one.
Ah,
Oh, those, okay.
Jump at the same time, and it just went like,
No, I'm sorry, I'm gonna argue these are easy. I'm sorry.
They might be easier now. I mean, I haven't actually done them in quite a while, so I couldn't tell you.
I think of all the original games, these special stages are by far the easiest. Because he just got hit there and he still managed to just recover like it was nothing. Oh god, those balloons just don't work with this physics engine.
Because you don't know where they are and when you're gonna hit them, and
That's right. I think the director's cut like added something with the shadows, so it's easier to tell where everything is relative. I think those balloons now have like really pronounced shadows.
ah,
I think this is the sort of quality of game where it's not bad, but I'd rather play.
Boy,
Yeah, no,
boy.
like the red ones are assholes.
jump! It's like,
I can't see a good reason why, unless it's like pure nostalgia. Like I can't really picture myself going back to this for any good reason.
yeah, just to play all the series on the Genesis or whatever.
Yeah,
That's about it.
like for the same reason we're watching it now. I want to play a Sonic game. Sonic 3D is not high on my list. It's not at the bottom, but it's not in the bracket where I'm really gonna bother.
It's
oh
like,
my god.
it's a really mediocre game despite the fact that it has really good highs and really bad lows.
Yeah,
It's just one of those things, like, it's good in enough ways and bad enough ways that it's just completely in the middle.
pretty much. Even with director's cut, like that makes it more, makes it better to play. But again, I'm still like, yeah.
Yeah, you looking for some Chaos Emeralds?
I guess I,
Got the rings.
yeah, man. I need some emeralds real good. I need to go super, man. I gotta go super. I guess you could come up with some more why Knuckles is guarding the Chaos Emeralds. Like, look, I'll let you take them from the floating islands, whatever, but I gotta replace them with 50 rings each. Some shit, I don't know. Otherwise the island's gonna crash to the earth. Presuming this... I was gonna say if this was Sonic's... Knuckles' second appearance in the game, but I think he had some 8-bit appearances as well, so...
Also, for some reason on the Emerald screen, some of them rotate one way and some of them rotate the other way.
It's noticing
Technology.
that.
It's a weird crotch.
The YouTube channel's kind of funny, because I don't want to discredit the guy's hard work, but he kind of makes it sound like every Traveler's Tale game was like an unbridled masterpiece, and I'm like, like technically impressive, sure, but they're not great.
They're interesting.
Yeah, like Toy Story, like people are fond of that. And it has like a Doom level in it, which is insane.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But at the end of the day, yeah, it's an alright platform.
Yeah, yeah.
And
Well,
here we
very
just
pinball
go.
bumpers.
There isn't much of a connection to act. Oh, there it goes.
I kind of feel like playing Toy Story again. I just need to, because I can't remember if it was really that good or not.
I remember being pretty damn hard.
Yeah. No, so did like the CGI thing like this game does,
Yeah, yeah.
except with like Pixar. Like I think they use the actual models from Pixar,
Did they?
which is interesting. Yeah.
I mean, why not?
The thing about Toy Story was that it had so many different kinds of like levels. Like there were essentially like mini games in place of there being like platformer levels sometimes, you know?
That's right. Yeah.
You had like racing. You had like several different types of racing.
Yeah, there's like top down and like a kind of a Road Rash kind of 3D effect as well.
Yeah.
And then you got a Doom level, like I mentioned. Jesus Christ, that must have been. Let's just
Well, no.
casually do this in a mini game. Okay.
Sort of a thing that happens with the something that's trying to follow a movie story that kind of meanders between genres.
Yeah.
The different parts
Toy-
of the story.
The Toy Story story isn't doesn't really lend itself to an action game that much, really. So you know, do what you can. And also, it's kind of appropriate that you know, the first ever feature-length CGI movie got a tie-in game that's kind of a tech demo of sorts. You know, like check out the movie itself. Besides being a really, really good movie, it's also kind of like, hey, look what we can do to technology in the game itself. It's also like, hey, look what we can do with our crazy programming.
Also, I kind of realized, why do you want to go faster in this game? It's already bad enough.
Cause Sonic.
Oh,
Oh, they're
it's
together.
Knuckles and Tails are just right next to each other on this stage?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's weird.
But it means you're gonna have to pay one and then go get more rings.
I'm gonna be honest, I don't think I've ever liked the speed up power up in any Sonic game.
Oh, I do. I love it.
Because, I don't know, like,
I love it. It's great.
either you're already moving
say-
fast enough, or you're actually platforming and you don't want to move that fast. I don't know. It always felt a
I
little...
mean, I like moving super fast. I mean, I think they generally only appear where they'll be useful. You know, like Emerald Hill and whatever. You know, I know where that one is.
No, I honestly had never used them. I never liked them. Here's the thing.
Okay. I see it being a problem in this game though, because the controls suck, and there's no advantage in. There's no timer in this game, or at least it's not visible.
There's a time at the end of the level, but I don't... Yeah, no, it'll, you won't die after 10 minutes or whatever. Which is the thing I don't think we've ever discussed.
I'm still weirded out by you not liking to go extra fast in a Sonic game.
Because you already go fast enough. Like, you don't need to be any faster.
That's enough. Okay, calm down. That's enough.
It's a platforming game. It's like, if you're in a section where you can use a speed up power up and not have to worry about anything, then it's like just basically an auto scroller. It's just.
But
it's
they
like
don't,
the
you
Sonic
don't get
Adventure
them there
thing.
though. They don't give them out in like Flying Battery or whatever.
I don't remember where they give them out. Honestly, I don't use them because they don't seem to have much of a point. I want to see you
think it's
actually
too
show me an
fast.
example of that being used properly. I genuinely do.
You've watched me play it. I use them all the time. If they're there.
Fuck, when was the last time we did that?
We had like a race, I think, between us.
Wait, I like how the hands have shadows and the body has shadows, but not the arms.
No. Well, why would they?
Also, this sure is a boss. I think he flails at you sometimes.
Yeah, he comes down and starts
flailing.
doing that, and I do love it because of the technical limitations. He can't turn.
Robotnik used a flail.
I think the bosses should have all been like that, not like the statue one, and just to explain why they can't fucking turn.
Yeah, right?
Or like the first one, like it doesn't need to turn, it's already like
Yeah,
a circle.
you can attack in different directions because it attacks with something other than an attachment.
I think they could have sacrificed like the size of the Robotnik sprite to make him turn. Or I don't know, these guys are like technical geniuses. Couldn't you just have like let's say that the Eggomatic thing is smooth shaded, and then you just put like a headlight on it that rotates, and he rotates inside.
Well, yeah,
I
but
think
you
it's
also got the like arms here, and then
Yeah, but you could just. Well, I think you can get away with like just having 3 more sprites on each.
I feel like there was something like they came up with the idea and then didn't realize how.
movie finished. We
Oops.
saw his emulator movie run out, and he didn't.
Well, I mentioned it before. He's definitely using gens.
So ice physics.
He's also. Oh, you mean this
Yeah, you
game
go-
isn't already ice physics?
I'm gonna march behind him real quick.
It's a good job the music in this level's so good, because otherwise I would hate this level.
Yeah, like one of the instruments is off and it's really bothering me.
Gens.
Yeah.
World of Long plays, I'm starting to realize is kind of a. I mean, I shouldn't be too hard on these old ones because they were really old.
Yeah, this one's got an excuse.
I'm still pretty sure Kega Fusion was out at the time. I think it's just these weird long play, World of Long plays, like weird policy.
I don't know. You'd be surprised at how far emulation has advanced for some loot.
What I'm saying is, like, I know Kega did exist in 2009. You know, it was an option.
Yeah, but I don't know if it was as good as it was now.
I think it was always better than gens.
This silly idea.
Yeah.
It's all scripted. You can't do anything. Just those literal gates. I just kind of,
Yeah.
you know, this bit's non-interactive. But then neat. It's just, you know, foreshadowing those bits in Sonic Adventure where the camera just moves to the side and you just watch for a bit. God, this music's good. I wish it sounded correct.
It kind of works for this song in a weird way. Nope, here we go.
Now I'm wondering when the hell I started messing with emulation. Like what my introduction to that was.
I know I used gens for a long time. I don't remember actually using Fusion much. I don't remember why. Just, use whatever you had.
Oh, I used gens. I didn't know any better. It was just the most famous one. I hear the best emulator nowadays is called Blastum, which is insanely accurate. They can run those like tech demos without a single fault. It's pretty impressive.
Oh yeah, the birds are frozen. And you have to unfreeze them, so you have to
Did
basically...
not know about that, by the way.
You have to hit them twice. Oh, I know about that, yeah. Which, I mean, it just takes you back to that area you couldn't have got to. That's the thing, like, you're gated off by those little cutscene things. It's like, it's weird. Like, they made a workaround for the fact that the little cutscene stuff, like, prevents you from actually getting back to where you started.
But it is a secret. But like, why is the reward for a secret? Oh, you can go backwards.
Because you can find Sonic, or Knuckles and
Can you
Tails.
break all? Can you
Yeah,
break
sort
all
of,
the
but-
frozen lakes?
I think there was only, like, the 2.
But can you do that to the other one?
No, because it basically... it's something you unlock later in the level.
Okay. Okay. Oh yeah, there's badniks that don't actually have flickies in them.
Yeah. Well, I mean, gotta have some sort
Might
of...
want to have more than 5 enemies per area.
You don't want to be Knuckles Chaotix.
Oh, that guy's nasty. Yeah, I never like messed with Genesis stuff until way later, because silly child reasons. By that time, I was just like, I'm using Hizhawk,
Oh, yeah.
which of course is just some core.
This song is real messed up, jeez.
Yeah. Oh god, yeah.
Of course, that guy on ramps.
It's more obvious in this mix because it's like they downplay the instruments a bit, so you can just hear how each one's individually kind of messed up. Also, that penguin who just walks.
It is weird how, like, the flickies are all inside of enemies, which I guess is consistent in the series, but they're usually in enemies that aren't very threatening.
Yeah.
Like, the actual enemies that don't have flickies are the ones that are actually worth caring about. In the sense that, you know, they'll actually hit you.
I mean, a lot of them are because they're just fucking explodey dudes.
Yeah.
You can't put your flickies in the explodey dudes, because otherwise...
I'm in your house, Knuckles.
Oh. Oh, okay.
I'm not sure how that
There's
was...
one up in your house.
That was threatening.
Also, the ice snow river? It looks weird as hell.
I think it's just rapids, I guess. I never really thought about it that carefully.
Yeah.
It's not water, is it? I don't think it would be water.
No, it's just snow.
I thought it was like rapids, you know, like, well, white water, you know?
It's a constant avalanche going sideways.
Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't be that because we've got frozen lakes all over the place. That would be kind of weird.
Isn't it like flowing too fast to freeze her?
I don't
Am
think
I
that's how
thinking
that
this?
Yeah.
Well, I mean that is how it works, but
not to a degree enough, I don't think.
oh, okay.
Whee. I like that animation is him skidding on ice. They just rotated a bunch. Also, like, I love how they keep changing the act structure. Like, now Act 3 is, like, a boss act, but even less of an actual level
Well,
than
I mean,
Sonic
you gotta free up
Sequels.
that memory for this huge sprite.
I love how he drops the exploding snowman enemy. Like, he doesn't just drop bombs, he drops snowmen that he cleverly crafted to explode.
I mean, he was the one who made them in the level.
I guess, yeah.
Darn it, you've ruined Sonic for me forever. I thought this was a realistic Dark Knight-esque world. Actually, I shouldn't joke about that because they did try that, didn't they? Oops. That's a hell of a flying pattern he's got.
No explosions.
Kid.
I'm shooting out snowmen. I was gonna say this might be my favorite track in the game, but listening to this version of it, I honestly can't tell because it's kind of. Oh god, that is mangled.
I don't even know what half the things in this level are supposed to be.
Well, it's like a bat.
Oh, right, okay.
I don't know. I don't know how literal you were being there.
Because you can only see one of the wings, so I thought it was a tail.
Oh. No, that's a bat.
Like, I can see what... Yeah, I can see that now, but...
Do we have to blow up every single individual one
Yeah.
of these?
Yeah.
Scorpion.
And then Sub-Zero.
That was the last level. Oh, I love the jump rope.
That's like a ladybird kind of thing.
Evil Ladybug.
Yeah.
Yeah, some of those have...
Oh yeah, those annoying ones where like you smash them and there's like fire under it. Fuck you.
This music in like 2 octaves lower and slower.
Another fix that Director's Cut did was fixing the pallets for the red flickies to not flow like lava.
Oh yeah, they have like their own palette in this level. The purple ones. Because the red ones look red, the purple ones look like inverted red. It's weird as hell. Oh, he has the red
I
shield.
keep forgetting you have a fire shield, yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck?
Lava kind of looks like melted mozzarella cheese on a pizza.
I'm trying to identify what like the ground is and the background, like the non-level parts of the level.
It's like magma.
It's like crystals? Because like there you can see crystals.
Well, you see the crystals in like trees, but like what is this like? Yeah, like what is that? It's,
What?
I guess it's like
Cooled
Just
lava?
cool lava, I guess, but it's still red.
You mean like the drippy stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that was just magma that's cooled. It's a melted cheese.
Maybe video games of Tonga wrong. I just imagine cooled lava to be like not a reddish hue, but just like black. Like Hidden Palace Zone. Lava artifact too.
I couldn't tell you what's accurate. I don't know how scientifically sound the Sonic series is.
Great.
Good job.
Uh,
You found it.
oh my god.
You found a secret bonus point.
I guess it's more of a wasp, isn't it?
Yeah. They're like
like a
heart-shaped.
Hmm.
The scorpion has like a weird heart thing too. It looks... I don't know.
Kind of.
No, don't get it. Now you've done it.
Kind of weird that you have an area where like 90% of the hazards are the shield makes you straight up immune to them.
Yeah.
I'm trying to. If I'm like pushing for it, I suppose if there's any benefit at all to getting speed shoes in this game, I guess having faster acceleration would let you like regain control and slopes faster.
I guess.
Like your acceleration's better, so if you fuck up, it doesn't take as long to recover.
Oh god. Oh, they fucked up my favorite song. Good job. Good job, Jins.
Yeah. It's like one instrument's like way like more pronounced than it needs to be.
No, don't get that. It actually is a downgrade.
The booby trap shield.
I guess this is the return of just the generic blue shield,
Yeah.
which I guess is also in Sonic Mania.
I will say, this level is way more annoying without the red shield, so,
Oh yeah.
When you
get
have
it,
to
you hang
actually
on to it.
deal with the shit they give you.
yeah, they throw a lot of it at you.
I guess it's, I should say the you can drop the flickies off whenever you want, but you don't get all the points
Oh,
if you
yeah.
don't drop them off at once. If you care about such things,
don't think that's consistent with the arcade game, if I remember right.
It is, but it's kind of weird in the game where they don't display the score on screen at all times.
Oh yeah, wow.
Points, they just hung around.
I do think it's interesting that you would make a Sonic game without an on-screen timer, because that always, even like subconsciously, gave a bit of urgency. Whereas this doesn't.
If I remember correctly, if you take more than 10 minutes in the stage, the timer thing on the score screen will just say, like, too long.
I've never seen
Time
that.
sucks.
Yeah, it just says something that's like no bonus or too long or something.
Time sucks.
So you're
I'm
saying-
making a Doom reference here.
There it is.
Congratulations, you now have 9 lives.
Like a cat.
Well, you already had 9 lives. It's the maximum.
9 lives, like a cat. That's they capped it there because it's good for Sonic the Cat. They were foreshadowing Big the Cat.
Yes, of course.
The speed power-up in this game is just that one guy on YouTube was just like, if you hit the YouTube option, turn this to 1.25, it sounds even better. Have you seen that shit? I've never understood that.
Yeah, I've seen that. I've also seen people like, oh, here's the Sega music, upload it 50 hertz because that's sounds better and that's what we got. It's like, no, that's not what they intended. Stop that shit. And that's also on my mind after making a music playlist today. There's
Alright.
plenty of that. Here's Earthworm Jim 2 at 50 hertz. It's like, why?
I should mention that those like lava falls, you can. It looks like you can like travel down and like take a shortcut there, but you can't.
No.
Well, a lot of invisible walls in the lava because it's kind of just spreads everywhere.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you can't go there because it's lava and you've got no way to traverse lava. So. Yeah, it's like they really just use the lava to like block the level off, but you can freely walk on it. So even if you didn't have the fire shield, you know, you can take a hit and then keep running on it.
Yeah.
Well done.
No Knuckles or Tails bonus. Damn. I think you get that for just giving them rings after you got all the emeralds. Just if
Yeah,
you-
I'm gonna do that.
Oh, this boss is an ass, by the way. There's those little fire spouts that shoot up around him, so you have to be careful about those. And you got a fire thing chasing you. And there's lava everywhere.
All is pain. And there's
No,
like
no.
6 rings.
No fire shields in this level.
Oh yeah, you can like lose your rings pretty fast, if I remember correctly. Like someone will
Yeah, it's not like classic Sonic where it's easy to grab them again. It's kind of a little bit, it's a bit annoying. Yeah, you can just do that. Didn't even know that had collision in that area. Why not?
I am the new Eggman.
I am the walrus. This level's cool.
Yeah.
What?
Okay. Actually, I've just remembered trying to grab these flickies on the fans, but maybe this level's not that good.
I mean,
You said it was cool. You didn't say it was good.
True. The fans are very cooling.
Jesus. Now, all
Some
I'm
of the
thinking-
enemies have.
I was gonna say, I just keep thinking now that, due to the way the music is being done here, before we do the next game, I have to make sure that it's in a video that doesn't completely mangle that one track.
Oh, right, yeah, that track.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, I mean, if there's one thing that's pretty common, it's Sonic long plays, so I think we have to rely on this channel.
Yeah. I remember as a kid
Whoop.
thinking that the blue shield would protect from the electricity like the red shield protects from fire. Doesn't.
Yeah. Oh. I like how some of the enemies have got some interesting things going on, like the octopus that fires things. You know, that fish that kind of protects itself. But then you just got the mouse, and he just kind of goes around.
Yeah.
Also, I guess in terms
Sometimes
of
you
actual
need a Goomba.
function. Yeah, I guess, but it's pretty late for Goomba. I guess the electric floor panels are frankly just the same concept as the spikes. Like, hey, don't stand here, idiot.
Although they're a little different in that you can kind of like run across the electric panels, whereas the spikes, like all the spikes raise up when you stand on one of those.
I thought there was a healthy, like, a bit of a delay.
Yeah, I mean, there's a
No,
little
but like
delay.
the spikes go in unison.
Yeah, so like if you stand on one spike,
Oh,
all the way
right,
around,
okay,
yeah,
yeah.
so you're not gonna be able to.
You're right, yeah.
I do like it's like a mouse and like just like a rolly ball or something, so they don't have to animate like a wheel or legs or anything.
Well,
Just kind of spins around and goes wee.
well, it's got 8 degrees of motion.
Yeah. Also, this kind of feels like a last level area, but it's not.
Yeah, penultimate level.
Yeah.
Sort of a, yeah. I mean, it's sort of a more flying battery zone type thing.
I think maybe they could have gotten away with putting this in like the middle, make it a bit more separate from
Yeah.
Puppet Panic.
Panic Puppet.
I don't know. It does feel like you're getting a little closer to Eggman, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think one problem is it just feels too close to the next area in terms of like.
Also, no Sonic or no Tails or Knuckles here. Hope you got your rings already, because
I guess that also makes this feel more like a last level than just A level.
So yeah, this is the area with the other major platforming bit. I'm not sure how much of it we're gonna see. There are these moving platforms that kind of slide left and right along a slope. And if you miss it and you land on the slope, you're basically done for and you have to go to the bottom, which takes you all the way back to the beginning.
Yeah.
And if you like...
Yeah, this is where the flickies are a pain in the ass, by the way.
Oh, yeah, yeah. And the platforms that are on the slope, if you, like, hit them the wrong way or, like, look at them funny, you'll just go right through them.
Oh yeah.
The game will just be like, oh, sorry, Sonic.
Who's that? I'm Traveler's Tale. I'm Traveler's Tales? Yeah, technically, technically impressive, not perfect, very far from perfect.
Yeah. Yeah, these little things, especially the moving ones, like, they
Yeah,
just
these
don't
are
function
awful.
right. You wouldn't think it would be all that weird, but they don't function right.
Yeah, no, you can go right through them, it's deceptive. Oh, God, and yeah, if you miss a jump, fall, and then jump again,
Yeah, on
because
the
you're on a
slopes.
slope, you'll just go flying.
It is a
Well, just
very,
crossing that up.
very aggravating setting that this person made look very easy.
This is just mostly secrets there, I guess. Oh, hey, some classic spikes.
Yeah,
I
it's
should
like,
say there's also this Sega Saturn version of this game, which I've never experienced, never really seen much of.
I know that it has an entirely different soundtrack, and it's
Yeah.
also pretty damn good.
Right.
I don't know who made it.
I think it was like... Which... Someone... I think it was the Sonic R guy? I could be wrong, I could be completely wrong and sound like an idiot. It's definitely a Western composer though.
Yeah, let's say I believe it was Western, which is kind of funny. Because this is like one of the Western Sonic games, but it's Japanese music.
Maybe they just got the dude because he knew the sound chip, I guess.
Yeah.
And they actually use music from this game in Sonic Adventure.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I remember this being pretty tough.
This one's pretty hard, yeah. It could just take a while because you have to wait for him to come down, and then you also have to make sure you're like not gonna hit anything when you run towards him.
Yeah, there's no way to cheese it. You can only hit when he chooses to get hit.
I'm pretty sure I saw in a speedrun a way to cheese it, but
I'm not saying that's impossible.
Oh yeah, I think
Speedrunners will find anything.
I think with this conveyor has like a weird bug where if you stand in a certain way, you just won't move.
Okay. I don't doubt that.
I remember the physics on this thing being kind of odd.
I'm pretty sure if you hit one of those things as well, it like explodes into clusters.
Oh, maybe.
they're nail bombs.
Yeah, basically.
This one just feels like it goes on too long.
Well, unless you find a weird glitch, you gotta wait for them. That's like a less stupid version of that Sonic CD boss on the conveyor belt, where he sets his own feet on fire.
It's a panic puppet. I don't know what the fuck that means, but here it is. It's panic puppet.
It's
Welcome to Twinkle Park, I guess. I don't know.
it's like a Dynamite
English
Heavy
production,
level
but that
thing.
sounds like a very Japanese way to refer to the big robot
Yeah,
as a puppet.
I don't know how involved the Japanese were. Maybe they named the stage. It doesn't. Yeah, it definitely feels like a Japanese naming thing.
Yeah, I mean, hell, like Gene Gadget doesn't really make a whole lot of sense either. To be fair.
What are the
Yeah,
levels
but
being called?
it makes sense in an I've got to alliterate kind of way.
Yeah. What do you
Yeah,
guys-
what is it with these spin-offs and alliterative zone names?
You know what other game had alliterative zone names? Donkey Kong.
Did it?
Well, if you had watched
Not
a
as
wonderful series,
rigorously, but also they're just in tubes now.
Oh yeah, there's not like enemy
Yeah,
flickies in this one. I don't know why.
because it's different. This music is not final level music.
Yeah, it's also used in
Oh,
the game's
right.
intro, which is weird.
I need to get this anecdote out because I know there's another video of me mentioning it, but
Hmm.
it's not the commentary. This game has a level select code if you smack the cartridge.
Oh yeah, it's like as in one of their air handler is just like, hey guys, congratulations, you found the level select.
Yeah, so if there's a bug or a glitch, you know, most games will have an error handler. But this game in particular will just send you to the character select screen, and the easiest way to get a glitch is just to mess with the contacts between the cartridge and the console. So basically, when I was a kid, I once picked up the Mega Drive while it was still on, dropped it by accident, weird situation, and then got the level select in this game, and I was like, what the hell? And then I found out from another friend of mine, school friend of mine, that he found it by hitting the cartridge with a slipper. Like, that would get you a level select code. And I was like wondering, like, oh, is this too late? Because they want us to get Sega Saturns now, they want us to smash our Mega Drives and upgrade to this is the level select.
Fucking Brits are on another level, damn.
I don't know, that's not Brits, that's me. That's
I
just
mean,
me.
I just mean like the game designers are like, alright guys.
I don't know if that's intentional. There's a
The
bit,
intent
again,
was
like,
to make sure that if any crash happened, you get a fail pass, and you have to go back and fix it. So you just disguise the fact
That's
that it was
it,
a
yeah.
crash in the first place.
Yeah.
yeah, that's it, because the guy who made Director's Cut made a video about that topic. Yeah, that's what he said. It was like, oh, so it's still passed the test. Oh,
You should just fucking die to get the speed up, come on.
well, it was the best power up. Very useful. What was I saying? Yeah, it was like quality control. So yeah, like you said, it passed. Yeah, that's just the character select.
To be fair, I
So-
think there isn't
Way to
actually
go
a real way to do it other than just, kicking the damn cartridge.
I think there's a code, yeah, but that's
Well,
funny.
I meant like a bug way.
Yeah, no, I've
Oh.
definitely had it happen to me before, where I just was just playing the game and not actually like throwing my cartridge around like an idiot.
By the way, this level terrified me as a kid
Yeah,
because there's one bit coming up where it does like a flyby of Robotnik's face, and it freaked me out. Like this bit.
Hello!
Yeah, just this giant face filling up the TV. I know it seems weird, but when I was a kid, it really freaked me out.
Oddly modern look for his face too.
Yeah.
I want to point out that this music is not in any way related to Act 1, which is
Yeah.
weird because Act 1 is also like the opening cutscene music. It's really weird. Like these are just
Yeah.
kind of here.
It also doesn't feel like level music at all. That one.
I also noticed that that doesn't reflect in the Saturn version. Like this area has its own music and it's consistent with the Act 1, Act 2 thing.
Well, Act 1 does feel like level music, actually.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah. It feels. It doesn't feel like final level music. is what
Yeah, I
want.
know.
Yeah, oh yeah.
It's a little too upbeat. This does a bit. This one. It's a bit like.
Oh, that.
Later, loser.
Really freaked me out.
Right up the nose.
Very
I wonder if you like.
WarioWare.
I wonder if you rip the like the map, like the tile set, like what the resolution is on that Robotnik.
I'm sure that's up on like Sprite's Resource or something. I should check that out.
Probably, yeah. Realizing it's like made up of different tiles, but
Yeah. So, in this game, well, I guess it's true in Sonic 3, there was a boss area for if you have all the emeralds. This game was no different.
Except you're not super.
Yeah.
yes, it's the final boss.
This boss is kind of hard because the hitboxes and those blue lights you would expect to not be a problem, and they
Yeah.
fucking are.
Yeah, they suck. Also, if you like stand in his blind spot, he just starts spraying pellets at you.
He's just like, I figured that.
And again, if you get hit, it's a lot harder to pick up the rings than it is in the other games.
Yeah, yeah.
You can't just abuse that.
It's like legitimately
Damn,
tough
freaking
and then annoyingly tough.
Yeah, the rings spray out in 3 dimensions, but unlike the actual 3D games, they don't kind of just stop after one bounce. They keep bouncing like they did before.
They also just disappear really fast, if I remember correctly. We haven't seen them on this video, but they tend to just go away. Oh yeah, this segment. Just you...
Oh, bouncy projectiles. Oh, good.
Yeah,
That seems predictable and not crazy at all.
Yeah,
somehow avoiding them.
you sort of jump when they come near, but yeah, no, they're right, they are way too random. I always thought those sprites look like nerds, you know, the sweets, the candy, nerds.
He's crossed his
His
arms.
hands fused into one.
Let's put his hands together contemplatively. I'm dead.
I have contemplated my mortality. Whee! You just taking off like Superman there?
Yeah.
You can do that.
Okay.
This looks like a loading screen. Like, this is what you would appear on a now loading, you know? Prepare to fight the final weapon.
Oh, the final fight. Alright. So we're gonna see Cody.
Okay, I love the platform, the glowing...
Yeah,
Also, this final boss music,
I quite like it.
I don't dislike it, but it feels like bonus music.
I don't quite agree with that. It's definitely different, but
His ultimate form. Basically another Agrobo doing weird things.
Yeah, it just has a bunch of different attachments.
so weird hearing these sound effects in a completely different context.
Yeah, because a lot of these sound effects are just straight from Sonic 3. It's weird.
Yep, like everyone.
Yeah.
I like how they have charging for I'm going to put my hand down kind of slowly.
Yeah.
I like the next bit though.
Oh yeah.
Very Master Hand moment coming up.
Rocket Punch. I'm gonna go over here now. Okay, bye.
Maybe I shouldn't have stuck my head in there.
I feel like there's just a big invisible wall at the edges, so like you can only hit him when he just moves in for whatever reason.
I like the player has to move between each bit. God, that's so brief compared to the last one.
Yeah.
The player's like forced to move between each area because we need a different tile like size.
Here's just a different variant of the random nerds.
Except they're not nearly as random.
Oh yeah. Guess there's just a safe zone. Oops.
Now we're going back.
And then, yeah, they just kind of loop. They have like half of a loop. If you've
They
done it
have-
correctly.
Probably a bit too many hits.
This thing though, like if you actually miss some of these hits, which, I mean, is not hard to do. Or not easy to do, rather.
But if you do miss it, it's like, oh god.
Yeah, you have to do other phases. Again.
Hand face seems like kind of a dick in that regard.
Yeah.
It's probably the most abstract place for a final boss.
Yeah.
Like, where is this? Like, it
They're
looks
in
like
the stars.
It looks like it definitely looks like it took place in a bonus level.
That's what you use the Chaos Emeralds for, to get into Chaos.
Okay.
Yeah, this is
Well,
the,
that's how Army of Sorrow entered.
right, yeah.
Half his fight is just the hands bit.
Yeah. I'm here! Actually thought it ended there.
Yeah. Then this one compared to like how long the other one takes.
Yeah. Was there like 2 loops? I don't remember that.
Guess we're getting it. I'm surprised it doesn't end here though, because
The Western version has twice as many hits to make it more difficult. Add
it's like
more rentals.
this is where all the plans came. All these boss
that one
ideas.
underneath. Ooh, 1,200 points.
Sonic got through the final fight.
You don't get a lot of points for beating the final level, do you?
He rescued Jessica.
You just shot off like a rocket. The green one has dreads.
You saved us from Robotnik. Yeah, I know.
That's so basic looking. Wait, hang on. The island's tiny.
It is, yeah.
Not the best looking island there.
I really like this credits music, by the way.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So the head designer was from Sega.
I always felt like this track was kind of made me think of like the end of the entire console. If that makes sense, because it's such a like. I don't think it was like the last entry, but it felt like the last. kind of flagship Sega title for the.
Oh, thanks to David Dutzen.
I think John
made the
Burton was
bonus
one
stage.
YouTube channel.
I can't wait till he watches our video then.
Well, we had nothing but nice things to say about this game. There he is.
How you doing?
A Japanese person was here as well. Marketing for Sega America, you can't call it Flicky's Island, it has to be Blast. Kirby is angry.
That game is okay.